Good morning, friend. This is Jeff Arcos. Welcome again to the daily webinar. Today we are 26th of March 2019. Remind you, this webinar is not meant to be a financial advice. This is only an education presentation. Please consider time and condition before you continue, saying when you're receiving this recording. As well, thank God for another day into my life, and I pray His blessings to the day in Jesus' name. Amen. Okay, so let's start our date and see what is happened today and where the new sometime Monday, always being an awkward day for trading, as we meant to start the day in the morning and things changing because of European and American market open, things has turned different. So today could be a good day of the week to start and see the opportunities we have. On the news side, we don't have much on the red alert to see what could happen today and after midnight. When all the action is happening, we have a civic consumer confidence at 12 a.m. So with the US, and that's all. So that was just after midnight. And this is, when we come back in the morning. So let's review a little bit of what is the dollar is doing at the moment. We are just about to finish the month, and the dollar is being, so we're looking at the monthly, these 3 points turning around. It's been for quite long now playing in the same sort of kind of game, and there we are. We don't have really a defined sort of kind of direction for this currency or the dollar index currency, but today so far we see here clear that we do have a changing of the Donchian, so that when this is a price channel thing is, so that was our support yesterday. Change the color of that to there, so that's mean that we are below, so that's our support line. So now we are breaking the support with a new sort of kind of direction on there. So we got a red day, as we can see over here. The weekly is quite dodgy, but as I say, I don't think it's gonna happen much until the beginning of next week because of what we see here. So what we were saying on the dollar, something that we normally follow in the monthly, is the three candles directions. So normally the first month that when the market changes directions, normally from that month decides to move. So the first month they change directions, the first month that it changed direction, the first month that it changed direction, and the first month that changed direction. Now to override that month, we should be looking something very positive, which we haven't. So that's what our expectations. I'm very sort of conservative with that. Another target for that very easily could be a channel target. So yeah, always this first month, and this one did not override that month over there. Normally turns the market up. So here only went for 1 month, and then market moves. If we look in the month that it changed everything. So from that moment, so this is a very good way to look because it's important to see the direction of the market. So here it is. So whether we got that channel over here, and so that would be another one. So if we come down from there with the dollar, that could be our target for this run. So very interesting sort of kind. You can change the channel as well to the upside there and make it same results and scenario would be there. Another line that I would be considering to look over there, this could be that. That's the left shoulder, so that's another point that the market is being playing. If we have a quarterly chart, we will see the shoulder, head and shoulder. It is on a very crucial points. So it's been a long time consolidated, but what we said about the consolidation, one day it is going to break. When, we don't know yet, but today we see that it's a clear signal that we can say, yeah, it's a sell stop over there. Stop loss normally to the highest of that level, and that's it. So it's the first day that the market, where did it go? Okay, I better just gonna copy that one there. It's more quick and easy to set that the stops. And there it is. So come back that one tomorrow and see what happened. All right, so let's look on our weekly chats. What happened? So this is from the last week. It was left, so 20 pips closed that trade. So I don't need that anymore. And this one with 79 pips. So that was left from last week. So still, I think the pound Australia, pound Swiss, still one left from last week. So that's yesterday, and there we are. So we see that at the moment what we're looking is the weekly string is a very weak. So we're looking for here the EA will find for an entry. Today is a bit positive, so we don't have that much over there. So here we are with that pound yen. We got a negative week, so the date is negative as well. So these ones will be my entry from here. So we'll see that there. So this is, easy. Now with this one, I don't have yet. We got a positive day, so we're wanting something that match. So maybe tonight. And what I'm looking tonight is for the mid level of this day. So that's the daily low, daily high, midpoint. Where is the market today? It will be reacting at the mid, um, you know, 12 hours bar, and from there I can make my decisions and say, yep, this is a trade. Definitely is a negative side, and we will be looking for that. Australian yen, same thing. So this is the result of the list that we have from the beginning of the week. So we got there, we got a positive day. So, and this is my midpoint date. So at the moment, I don't think so. So all of these are in no activate trade. So this one just, if it is nothing, it's nothing. So we just leave it alone and come back when is something is happening. Now here we got a very weak, daily strength compared to that. So I believe this one maybe could be ready to try from that level over there. So we'll see what the market do. The weekly is negative, but we got a positive day. So at the moment, I don't think so. Nothing we could be do today is just stand by and wait another day. Same with the Swiss yen. Um, so the moment is there, but I'm still looking for that just to come tonight and see what is happening with it. US Canadian, we got a positive, we got a negative day. So yesterday sort of managed to trigger over there with 23 pips loss. The midline is my trailing stop, and yeah, so from there to there is 23 pips that it got it off. So um, at the moment, I just need to wait to see what happened with that one. Euro Canadian, we're looking for a positive bar, but the data is very negative. It's coming the other way around. So at the moment, every time we see the three numbers there, that means it's not trade. So the E8 is not looking for nothing, just observing at the moment. Now here we got a weekly strength is negative, and the daily strength is negative as well. So that's perfect for me to look now where it is. 90 pips stop loss plus the trailing, which is the midline. That is always cut the losses early if the market do. So that could be one for today ready, and that's where we are with that one. Pound New Zealand, we got a negative weekly strength, and the daily is negative as well. So there we are. So I believe 100 pips should be enough, plus the trailing stop, which it will be carrying from there. Is a nice pullback. Now the strength is with us, and that's a nice signal for the pound New Zealand to to do that. So then we will be looking for a target. On here, we're looking the weekly strength is in a negative, and the daily is negative as well. So it giving me a quite good room. So 27, maybe 30 pips hard stop loss, or maybe 40, and then let the rest running from there. So I can now come over here, change my, because I don't want in that big stop loss. I think a 40 should be fine for that. Oh no, 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 no. I disconnect my other. Okay, so here we got 40, and then my trailing stop is the top line at the moment with that. So not the midline. Okay, so that's cool, and that's all the week of the list that we have for today. On a daily, we got some from yesterday, and from this is from last week, so I ended up in 133 pips. So this one is the same thing. I don't need any more. Just get it there. This was still running, possible in a loss. So move to the new high of the day, the stop loss. And as said, with Australian Swiss, Australian US, it's closed me more than 17 pips. Yesterday, I just decided to put it somewhere over there before go to bed. And that's it. Australian yen is still running, at least at 27 pips. Euro yen ended up with 100 pips. And that's it. Just take whatever it was from last week. US Canadian got on a break even, so enter over there, right over here, and close over there. So because the market was already in there, so with this one the same thing. And yeah, so that's the trades from last week. So we'll see what happened. With the euro pound, we got the list of yesterday on the daily. We were looking to go short, and the euro pound never trade. So now I got not trade into that. Then we got the pound Canadian looking to go long, so the market activated, stopped in the midline, and got 63 pips from it. Pound Australian never managed to enter from there, so we got safe with that. Pound Swiss, just the nick of the thing there, and it come up with a 66 pips, so that's when it closed over there. So 66 pips from there, and we keep moving. That's the same, so that was a nice entry. Everything was quite good, but that's what I said, Monday sometimes is like that. And we ended up with a 40 pip loss, and that one not trade for this one. And and Swiss yen we didn't have not trade either, because we were looking to go short, so the market is going in a completely different direction. So I just need to change it to no short, not trade, and they will not looking anymore until we review again the new things that we have for today. Okay, so let's review what we have for today, and you already got the chats from it, and there we are. So as we see, the last 3 weeks, the pound crosses is being a bit of a nightmare, but that's what has happened. The Brexit problem in England is still, I think, is solving, or the whole Europe, I guess, still solving out. So we don't know what's going to happen at the end of the day. But technical view, we have sort of put a line there, a symmetrical triangle. The market has break retest, and now we got a new bar down, which is giving us, I did a target from this move. So the target gives in the monthly low, which is match up very nice. This 250 level is in place. So that's where the pound New Zealand, now we have the strength. Yesterday was positive, today it was negative, and New Zealand is in a strong side today. So that's a nice, just on the break of the pattern, and that's where yeah, we can be looking for trade. So we're looking at the pound New Zealand, Normally I put something to separate for the every single date before I delete it. So pound New Zealand we got over here. So we're looking at just to go sell, and there we are. So we got over here. The market is 100 pips. So that's a normal loop. So we are the midpoint of the weekly, of the daily, sorry, and there we are. So we got a very plus the weeklies with us in this one, but we don't look the weekly strength. We mainly concentrate on the daily strength. And yeah, so we got that signal with that. And from there, we just leave it there. Come back another day, and that's it. Next one, we got the New Zealand yen. So this one is been for quite a long time now, not giving us very good sort of um, it's not going nowhere really. The New Zealand yen at the moment is just playing over there. But we got a three touches on a resisting GC strategy as well, and from here is ready to rock. So we got a little bit of change today. We know how strong is that don't change changing of strength, and we got the index with us. So New Zealand yen could be one to look today. So we're looking to buy, and there it is. So I'm looking from here to there. 40 pips, maybe 50 pips should be very generous for this trade to activate it, and put in 50 pips. No, this is not working here anymore. 50 pips there, and that's it. And we got it. Need to move today that one there. So I'm taking the 50 pip risk, and we'll see. Now, New Zealand US is after they're supposed to break, they never break with the strength. The close always was very dodgy when it's closing, but today we have at least 80% positive close. So that is giving us a quite the strength of the colors has changed. This resistant line, which is follow the last 30 bars, has broke out. So we are in a positive, and the color strength as well. And here, you know, could be that what it was meant to be resisting now is support and ready to move. Now this is the monthly high, and it's quite interesting what it's touching. So we'll see that could be a brick wall for this currency, but time will tell us. So New Zealand US, we do that. So that's where we're looking 5 pips above 20 to the midline 26. So 30 pips should be more than enough for this currency to look at it. And that's it. And we change that to the dungeon there, and that's it. So we got a 56 move somewhere there. Daily strength from that. All right, so we finished with the New Zealand. That's the opportunities we got. It now we come to the Australia. Australian pound Australia is a nice ABC. So yeah, it's been big headache, but here we got an ABC scenario ready to rock. The candles has changed the color from the positive to the negative. We got a little bit of the dungeon change, and the most important is the index meter is with us. So pound Australia we did yesterday as well. So today we're looking now to the downside. So there we are. So from here today, 80, so 100 pips should be, reasonable to this currency on there. And yeah, 100 there, and I will leave the midpoint indicator. In these currencies, you have to leave that midpoint because otherwise anything can happen. So the weekly midpoint is telling us that the market is completely bearish on a daily price. So we'll see. That looks quite nice setup, and we'll see what has happened from there until tomorrow. Well, Australian yen, as we can see, is channeling for a long time. The Aussie and the Japanese yen, and the only thing we can look for the here, I think even to trade inside is not enough room to trade inside, so we need to be always be alert on the extremes um, touches. So the index made a point is there. We gotta change that a little bit of the color. So this will be the defined sort of there that we're looking to go long from that one there, and we're looking to buy. There we are. It's just about, so it has to be 5 pips. Just maybe about to get it. Make sure stops 40 pips should be enough, and 40 pips there, and I move there. Okay, so as well as a targeting, maybe this is a nice level for targeting this week. So 86 pips with that one. So that's how positive it is, and that would be quite good. Okay, now Australia US, we've been talking a lot about that, and the reason we've been talking is because of where it is in the monthly with Australian US. We look in on the monthly, the Aussie US is in that level, which was 2015 created, and that's where we bouncing up and down. So what is going to happen next from there? And that would be our target. So from there to there, 1,000 pips. So are we going to depreciate the dollar? Is Australia a much better economy than the American dollar? What are your thoughts about that? Maybe David is an expert in this, so maybe he can give us a little bit of insight. What could be the future of the Aussie dollar? And if we may be looking now to try the ratio on the weekly, we don't have yet a good weekly. This is being sort of kind, but on the daily is the way we have. That's the monthly low, and that's some kind of a left shoulder market break, and this is why it's important the left shoulder always look, because when the market breaks any left shoulder and get back inside, that's when I recognize false breaks. So every time that we see this kind of breaks and the market pulls, so normally it's gonna pull to another level there. So that's exactly what is doing here. Did break, bounced on the 1,000 pip levels, went up again, and it's playing around. And today we got a beautiful day. That could be a signal that, hey guys, I'm going up. So today we were talking last week about that to keep an eye with it, and that's what today maybe is the day. Here we have. So we're gonna be looking with Australian US, looking to go long. So we come over there, and then we put the EA, and that's it. So it's changing over here. So we're looking over there, 20, 30 pips. That's fair enough with this one. So Australia doesn't need much space, but it is a big space in the chat. So 30 pips we got to try, and actually I want it as well. Okay, so yeah, last week we got there, close over here, and now we'll see. I just want to see the first day reaction, and that's it. So you need to break with 5 pips about. It's only 1, 2 pips, so that's quite nice. And we finished with that, and we got £2, pound Canadian. Now, pound Canadian is still, I think it is a bit aggressive, but it could be safe because of where we are. So the pound Canadian has been having trouble to go through this 250 level. Is now 3 times now rejecting, and that's where here something could happen from there. So time will tell us. And if you're not brave to connect, so I will not set up the EA yet for that. Just gonna put it there, but I want to come back later today and look. So in that one, I just put in the Don chain, which is nowhere is going at the moment. And yeah, I want to be looking for London time here. So I'm gonna see what happened at the end of the day from there. Pound Swiss, this might be different. The market has break, comes back to the line which was support, now is resisting, and here we got maybe a possibility. Very narrow sort of channel, the narrower the better. You know, when we have this sort of kind of big thing like this one, maybe, you know, it's make difficult because technical stop losses, you know, is essential in this. So pound Swiss, looking to sell. So there we are, 90 pips, maybe 70 pips should be enough with this one. And this one, I will not move the midpoint. So I'm gonna leave it the trailing stop with the midpoint. There we are. And that's it. So that's weekly and our daily currencies. So we look into that in our table. We have, so that's the yen group. So today we got a retracement, and this is when maybe today it is worth to be looking tonight. You know what happened if we got already a strength back into that. So that's a good day. Same with the Canadian groups, and the pound was yesterday. So today, you know, we activate most of the pound crosses, and that's it. So that's all we have. So more have we have with the yen crosses. I forgot to put it here, JPY, and yeah. So the Canadian we don't have, pound and Swiss at the end. So always keep looking here. So these opportunities for tonight could be worth to be looking. What happened at the 12 hours bar there. So in NT5 um, you can actually have a 12 hours bar there. So that's one of the benefits of NT5. So cuts the 24 hours into two, and we can see much better there what could happen from that one there. Okay, sometimes the daily does not have that information. So keep an eye with all the yen crosses and Canadian. It's only two we have, I think. Yeah, and that's it. Okay, my friends, that was all for today. Nothing more. Hopefully today the market is still moving, and we'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Have a nice day. Cheers, and bye. Good to see you, David, today.